Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/AskReddit by Planet Reddit. What important thing issue person do you give absolutely no ducks about? The celebrities we're supposed to hate, like the Kardashians, Justin Bieber, Jersey Shore people. I have no interest in their lives, or any interest in hating them because they don't affect me. Why would I put any time and energy into something I don't like? I'll focus on the things I do enjoy. Thank you very much. I don't even understand why people get so crazy about Justin Bieber that they even say they'd kill him. He's just a kid who used his talents to become popular even if he's got a high-pitched voice. Any and all ads leading up to an election. Any and all ads. Fix that for you. When I heard whispers about the Connie 2012 incident, I literally just ignored it completely. I still don't even know what it was about. For me, it just got lost with the thousands of other pictures of sick kids with the caption 1 like equals 1 prayer and share if you really care pieces of treacle that normally invade my Facebook feed. So I really didn't pay it much attention. Duck that ignorant crap. But think of the children. Celebrity royal weddings. I refuse to give a flying duck about 2 people I will never meet getting married. Yes, I was revising for my exams last year during the royal wedding. My mother rang me up to ask when I was going to get married, I am 20, and whether I would look as nice as Kate. I knew some people who made special Union Jack cakes, from scratch, to eat whilst they watched it. I mean, they are my friends. They give me a rubbishy store-bought cake for my birthdays, and then cook lots of cakes from scratch to celebrate a wedding between 2 people that they don't know, who probably don't give a toss about them. Actually okay, I do give a toss about the royal family, as in, the toss of not liking them, but royals and celebrities getting married? I don't care, it isn't news. This is the most British thing I've ever read. I started driving on the left after reading it. Celebrities don't give a shit. Captured. TMZ captures photos of Jennifer Lopez eating a hero. Is she depressed? Is she now endorsed by Subway? More news at 6. I tell people this all the time and some people get really mad at me. I say if all the celebrities in the US got on a plane and the plane went down and some of them survived by eating the others, that I might care about that for 5 minutes. That might be the first celebrity reality show I'd be willing to watch. The White House petitions. Seriously don't care about them. It's just a placebo. Worse than a placebo. Doesn't even have a placebo effect. Guys, we found Ask Me Anything's Reddit account. Nothing is funnier than seeing somebody post ZOMG guys. Only 200 signatures to go. Yep, they'll definitely listen now. Reality TV shows. Stop posting about them. I really don't care who is dancing, singing, modeling, or eating bison balls for money. Please note that he asked what important things don't you care about? Celebrity political views. Kirk Cameron, George Clooney, Brangelina, 0 ducks. My favorite quote on this subject, George Bush doesn't know what's going on, Michael Moore does not know what's going on, and Alec Baldwin definitely does not know what's going on. Trey Parker. I agree with most of those, except George Clooney. I mean, when I hear about something he said in an interview I couldn't care less, but he backs up his talk with action. I think I remember seeing an article about a guy who works with him tracking tank movements by satellite, etc. Like, he's legitimately trying to make the world better. Same as Matt Damon and all the wells he's getting built in Africa too. Admittedly, this is more humanitarianism than politics, but the two are linked a lot of the times as one is often a response to a bad form of the other. Celebrity views. Agreed. Who cares? It's worth noting that George Clooney has actually done some pretty badass political activism, though. I give 0 ducks whenever anyone starts to tell cute stories about their children. Or any stories about their children. Dead celebrities. 0 ducks given. Yep, I mean it sucks when anyone dies of course, but don't you just love how everyone is suddenly a huge fan of said dead celebrity right after they die? For instance, a friend I used to be very close with made no mention of ever liking Michael Jackson when he was alive, and the day he died she became pretty much his #1 fan. Same with Whitney. I've literally never heard anything about her in the last 10 years until she died. 3D movies. Seriously, duck off with this shit. Yes, thank you. I can barely stand real life in 3D. I'm only attracted to 2D. I think giving absolutely no ducks about 3D movies would be a movie is a movie. I don't mind it either way. It sounds as though you actively dislike 3D movies, which is different. Pluto not being a planet. The bodies orbiting our star were there before we existed. They will be there when we are gone. It does not matter how we classify them. Pluto has not changed. We changed our criteria for what constituted a planetary body, and Pluto no longer fit. Yep, but it hurt Pluto's feelings. It's okay. He gets to cut in front of Neptune once in a blue moon. He has his moments. Briefly, then the bouncer tells him to get to the back of the line again. Twitter. Oprah. That is all. Constipation. I don't give a shit. Thank you. Bo Burnham. Celibacy. I don't give a duck. I don't give a shit about reposts. Ever seen a movie on TV that you've seen before but you watch it anyways because you like it? That's how I feel about reposts. Well said. Not to mention that people who didn't see the post the first time around get to experience it too. It doesn't matter if someone posted the same picture that was posted a few weeks ago. If it's new to them, it's new to someone else too. Not every redditor spends every goddamn moment of their waking lives on here. Oftentimes things I see getting attacked for being reposts are totally new to me. Exactly. If something's got 1000 plus upvotes, that means the 1000 plus people haven't seen it before. But the people who complain about reposts don't seem to be able to understand that. They also don't seem to be able to contain their rage at having to see something that they've already seen before. Not to mention the fact that stuff that gets cross-posted to completely different subreddits gets complained about as well. We don't all subscribe to the exact same subreddits. The degradation of Facebook. This free service you willingly and freely subscribe to isn't perfect and is selling your personal information. Simple solution. Don't use it. I like FB a lot. It allows me to keep in touch with people without having to strain my social anxiety by actually texting, calling, seeing them personally more often than I can handle. When people complain about Facebook and how great they feel after having deleted it, all I can think is congratulations. You have been using this tool completely wrong. It is very useful if you use it the way you described it. If you use it to grab as many friends as you possibly can, it is not so much useful. I never got why FB friends was a stat one could have to rise higher in the ranks somewhere. This is just a surefire way to get yourself into trouble. That is where all these stories come from, like I got fired after badmouthing my boss and forgetting that I added him/her. If one is careful when setting up this tool for social networking, one can network quite well with it. I feel the same way when people constantly complain about the quality of Reddit. Join our community Discord, link in description. My own birthday, Connie 2012, the Olympics, Katie Price. No idea why British society see her as important. Leaked celebrity sex tapes. Bad things that British politicians have done. Why it's such a big deal that a high-end MP smoked weed back at Oxford beats me. They're not robots. Hey man, don't talk trash about celebrity sex tapes. I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of British society doesn't see Katie Price as important. At least, I hope they don't. I may just lose whatever remaining faith I had in the country if that really is the case. No idea why British society see her as important. We don't. Bad things that British politicians have done. Why it's such a big deal that a high-end MP smoked weed back at Oxford beats me. The worst thing that British politicians have done is spend the taxpayers' money to pay for their own things that they should be paying for themselves. Link. Considering their high salaries, this is indeed quite bad. Apathy these days. Celebrities. I don't care if that famous person sneezed or is out shopping and gained 5 pounds. Hands down, I would have to say religion. I really don't care what religion you are, just don't be a dong, and we should get along just fine. It always falls down to just don't be a dong. There's always somebody being a dong. I feel like that is actually a major part of a lot of religions, i.e. the golden rule, but so many choose themselves over others. It's depressing. Tim Tebow. Seriously, I heard more about this guy on Reddit than I have on ESPN. I rarely watch ESPN. I loved how on Reddit they bitch about the oversaturation about a certain topic person by oversaturating Reddit. I have nothing against the guy, but I'm beginning to understand the hate because I'm goddamn tired of hearing about the guy. I get it. ESPN talks about him non-stop. Simple solution? Turn ESPN the duck off. You can't complain about the constant lack of quality on the channel if you keep watching. Change the goddamn channel. It was the same back when Howard Stern was becoming popular. Half the people listened to him because they loved him. The other half listened because they hated him. Just turn the channel to something else and get your sports news somewhere else. Like Reddit. Just shut up about the ducking guy already. Abortion. Honestly, if people don't want their baby, they at least are smart enough to know that they aren't going to be good parents. Whatever keeps the total population lower, I'm pretty much okay with. I'm a selfish a-hole though. I have tried for so long to give a duck about Israel and Palestine. I try to be a politically active and engaged person, but anytime someone come up to me on the street wearing one of these scarves to tell me about the oppression of the Palestinian people or the Israeli right to defend their homeland, my brain just shuts off. Have you ever owned one of those scarves? They're pretty ducking awesome. It's a scarf, hood, towel, bag, backpack, bandage, sling, mini blanket. The list goes on. I have a tattered one completely covered in stains and I love it. US politics. I don't care if it's been said already. The over-publicized, drawn out, steaming pile of horse crap that apparently is pertinent to the entirety of the globe. Getting pretty tired of hearing that crap up here in Canada. I know we're neighbors. Duck you Reddit, I spelled it properly, and all, but that shitfest is annoying. Small off-topic question. Canada writes Queen's English. Thinking about it, I must admit, I never thought about it. I'm from Germany. That was a question, right? Yes, Canada uses British English. Feminism or racism? I hit the double jackpot of being born a black female, which according to some circles means that my emotional meter should perpetually hover somewhere between affronted and enraged, with my ire split between white people and the male-dominated malarocracy. But you know what? I don't give a shit. I really don't. Mainstream feminism makes me want to kick half the people involved with it in the teeth. And it seems like the lion's share of racial issues in the black community come down to the man being used as an excuse for an entire culture's failure to thrive. So I long ago dusted my hands off both. Now I cherry pick the issues I care about, and I leave everything else to the squeaky wheels. Also, saying the word privilege is guaranteed to make me doubt the validity of any argument that follows it. It's joined hipster and organic as a buzzword for the mainstream that has lost all of its original meaning and now just gets wielded as a bludgeon to discredit and shut down further argument from whoever it's being used against. I don't give a shit about my own death. I've come to accept it as inevitable and try to live my life well until the day I do finally kick the bucket. Anyone else's babies, I have to pretend interest for fear of upsetting them. Afghanistan. Deployed a couple of years ago. Don't care if they have democracy or if the Taliban rule. They're all corrupt anyway. Never going to be a nice country. The sad part is they used to be fairly well off with civil liberties, tourism, and respectable universities. This ought to be stressed. There is hope that Afghanistan can someday be the liberal-ish society it used to be. A NATO military presence isn't going to teach anyone how to read or give anyone in Afghanistan jobs. It may seem juvenile, but I had to read A Kite Runner by, I think his name is Khalid Hosseini, I could be wrong, and I found the first part of the book to be extremely enlightening. It does a great job of contrasting how Afghanistan used to be before the Soviet invasion and how the Taliban turned it into a theocratic nightmare. A Thousand Splendid Suns also gives a great portrait, following the interwoven lives of two women during the Soviet-Taliban transition. The Hungry Games. The Pink Hippo wins. Calm on Reddit. Silly atheist versus Christian debates on Reddit. The fact that they're fighting means they're giving too many ducks about each other. Well, the important thing is TMZ, Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood, etc. My eyes bleed when forced to watch this crap. Kim Kardashian, What important thing issue person? Ah yes, you do make a good point. Her ass is important. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.